stinger of a race right there. Greg Stelz picks up the win.
Well, we've made it to Kentucky. Where are we headed, Jackson?
Kentucky Dragway.
Kentucky Dragway? You sure?
Yeah, something like that.
You sure?
Yeah.
How about London Dragway?
Yeah, London Dragway's in difference.
Welcome to London Dragway in London, Kentucky. Very nice track. We are out in the middle of Daniel Boone National Forest. So the track's out here kind of by itself. There ain't really anything out here but a couple houses with the track. Trying to do a little better today about doing this vlog. It's hard to keep up with this, especially when I'm videoing the whole event. And trying to get stuff, more important stuff for the recaps and all and reels. But I'm gonna try and do a little better right now. So here at this race, I made it a point to try and get some more driver interviews. David Lancaster from the tower, as you can see, he has done good with working with me. I've known David all my life, so it's easy for me to talk to him, strike up a conversation with him because I've known him for so long. So we got together, done a handful of driver interviews, and as you can see, and I'll play those now, and I'll give you the full interviews so you can hear their stories.
All right, we're up here at London, Kentucky. It's 6th race of the year. Got a overcast day coming right here, London, Kentucky, 5 hours away from our home in the Carolinas. But we've caught up with Ted McKee right here. Ted sitting second in points right now, our 2023 world champion in B-Gas. And the Rocky Top Missile, you got it tuned in this weekend for Kentucky?
I'm hoping we got it tuned in. We struggled. We had the gremlins biting us. You know, the fuel pump went out in Ohio. We come back to Knoxville, set the record and win the race. We go to Union, fuel pump goes out again, getting oil up into the intake, so we got that fixed. Just struggled. Them gremlins been biting us.
You know, and that's something you really got to keep a hold to. And as fast as you guys are going now, I mean, going fast breaks stuff, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it breaks stuff like that shifter, man.
Show us the shifter now. You had a little bit. Now, where was this that you had problems with this shifter?
Was at Union. When I pulled second, it broke the whole top of the shifter off.
So right there, it broke off.
Yeah, and I just dropped the knob and grabbed it right there and shoved it in third and pulled it in high.
You think that was just pure adrenaline that caught?
Yeah, that's what done it. Yeah. Gritting your teeth and pulling.
Well, and like I said, I mean, you know, you're out here going fast, and you got parts breakage. I mean, that's just kind of one of those things that you can't anticipate that breaking off, can you?
Exactly, you can't. No, it shocked me. When I was like, what am I going to do? And I just reached and grabbed it and shoved it in third. So we done good.
And the start of the year, you were down at Brainerd, and you know the car was hooking so hard, and it kind of shot you to the left. And you got a little Brainerd stripe right here.
Give it a little character.
Yeah.
It broke the Panther bar at Brainerd, and we sort of fixed that down there. But went out first round against Colby, but.
And a tough competition in first round. I mean, first round going up against Colby Welch, I remember he had some little bit of trouble in qualifying.
Yeah.
And I like to call those a trap race. That was a trap race for you.
Exactly. Yeah, we had a new clutch set up in it at Brainerd and wasn't used to it, and it just got real violent there.
And then you draw the 2022 world champion, the 23 first round.
Yeah, it was tough, I'm telling you.
Well, the Rocky Top Missile, though, finds itself again in second place. That win at Knoxville really helped boost you up right there. And, I mean, you're 10 points out of first place behind Daniel Haynes in the Patriot. And you guys have put on a whale of a show at a couple of events so far.
Union was tight. You know, that 001, 004 lights, that's hard to do.
And if I'm not mistaken, there was a 6/10,000ths of a second margin of victory for you.
Exactly.
For Daniel down there.
I really couldn't tell who won until I seen the light come on. I mean, it was that close.
Well, and that's the kind of racing that we're getting here in the Southeast Gassers now. The competition is getting so tough, like yourself and other people that's coming in here. They're bringing some great race cars, and they're accomplished drivers.
Oh, yeah, they are. Daniel, tough. All these guys are tough.
And you got to do your work at home to come to the racetrack, because that's where you win the races, they tell me, is in the garage at home.
Exactly. all the time in the garage keeping it up.
Well, tell us about what's under the hood for you right here. Who's helping you get down the racetrack?
Gene Fulton, 319 cubic inch small block Chevrolet. Having a new one built, just hadn't got all the parts for it, but this thing here is doing a good job. You know, it set the record at a 60 at Knoxville, which that's good for B-gas.
And especially at your home track, that's got to make you feel good.
Yeah,
You probably had some friends out there, didn't you?
Oh, I had a bunch of friends there. It made me feel good.
Well, Ted McKee, this Rocky Top missile has been a missile for you the last few years. We appreciate your time today, and we look forward to seeing the Lenoir City, Tennessee driver get back into victory lane.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Catching up with Greg Adams out of Winchester, Tennessee, the driver and builder of the Hillbilly Hoodlum. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good today. Doing real good. Just hope we have a good race today.
Yeah, we're up here at London Dragway in London, Kentucky, right in the middle of the Daniel Boone National Forest. So it's kind of a good setting for me. I like being out away from everybody.
Oh, I do too. Me and my wife come up here a couple of weeks ago for the 4th of July weekend, rode motorcycles up here around London and Corbin, Kentucky. So it's beautiful up in here. I like it.
It sure is. And speaking of beautiful, you have put together a beautiful race car right here with this Hillbilly Hoodlum. Tell our fans about it.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a 1960 Ford Falcon that I've had it for about 8 years. I watched them the first time in 2015 at Brainerd, which is close to me. And I said, hey, I'm always been a 4-speed guy. I've got a 70 Mustang with a 4-speed. I've always loved 4-speed. I love heads-up racing. I don't care about bracket racing. That's their thing. I seen it and I said, I got to do this. This is me. I got to build one. Took me a couple years. I finally found the car, $600. It didn't look nothing like this. Pretty rough. And I spent about 3 years to get to where I could at least make a race. I made the first race at Huntsville, Alabama. And the car wasn't really finished. We had a stock 302 in it, but hey, I was there. I made the show. That was my first race. I actually spun every bearing in it. I didn't care. It was barely running, put it on the trailer. I was tickled to death because I had made the show. I made a pass with Southeastern Gassers.
Well, tell me what kind of personal satisfaction you get out of being a machinist and building this thing with your own 2 hands, because 3 years is a long time to put in a project.
It is, and I had some help with different things on some people. The body work, I done a lot of it. A friend of mine's got a body shop, but the thing I like about being a machinist is I can take a block of steel. It's just a block of steel. When I get done, it's a part. You can send it to California, to Washington State, and put it in something that'll work. I know it's going to fit. Kind of same with here. I seen this car, when it was a $600 car, it looked just like this to me. I already knew what I wanted to do. I had the wheels already, I had the straight axle. I bought the straight axle probably 15 years ago. When I was in high school, the kid a buddy of mine had one of these cars like this, a 62 Falcon with a straight axle. It's called the Rust Bucket. And I actually tried to track that car down and buy it and couldn't find it, but I bought the straight axle. I come home, my son helped me get it. I brought it home from the junkyard out of a Conline van. My wife said, what's that for? I said, that's for my Falcon. She said, you ain't got a Falcon. I said, no, but I got a straight axle when I do get one. So I already had that part of it. So I had to cut the axle down, re-weld it. I built the whole cage, all the brackets on the rear end I made myself. So pretty much everything on the car I've done from front to back. I mean, I've touched every part on it.
And that personal satisfaction has got to be through the roof for you when you make a show like this.
It is, because a lot of people don't realize what it takes to get one of these cars legal to run Southeastern Gassers. There is a lot to it. A lot of the guys that I know at home that has race cars are like, why y'all do that? Why you do this? That's crazy. I'm like, hey, this is our rules. You don't have to run by them, but I do. I love it. This is what I want to do. So, yeah, it's hard, but it's satisfaction. When I get done, I still can't believe I have a car. I still can't believe I have this car. It's legal, and I'm actually making good passes with it now. So, yeah, I'm proud of it.
Well, tell our fans that might be seeing this for the first time, tell them how getting this car here and being out here all weekend and everything, tell them how that's added to your life.
Well, this is a family. I know you probably heard that before.
I'm the one who said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable how tight-knit this is. So this is my first year racing every race. Me and my wife made a set of goal to race every race this year. So the last time, like, it's funny, my wife would say, you know, if they was racing, but we wasn't there, she's like, I really wish we was racing this weekend, you know. I couldn't do it without her. She helps me out. She's here, just me and her. It's just me and her as a team. But it's unbelievable. If you have any indication that you might want to build one of these cars, hey, jump in there and do it. I can do it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. It's not easy, but there's nothing like it. There's nothing like this. Nothing like this Southeastern Gassers around. I've seen some other straight axle style, old style nostalgia racing. It's just not the same. It's not the same. You'll have people here, I'm sure you've heard this, that may be in the same gas class as you, will give you tires, transmission, engine, whatever, so you can turn around and race them. Now, where are you going to find that in some other places? You know?
I've seen that since 2017, since I started with the Southeast Gassers. And Quayne in the beginning, he said that, he's like, why do you call it a family? Now everybody's calling it a family, because I feel like it's a big old, going to a campground basically, and everybody, you know, at a campground people ride a golf cart, so we racing race cars. And you know, you got multiple people out here spending the night in their motor homes. You got great food. People from Mississippi, Louisiana, they bring their style. People from the hills of Tennessee bring their style. We got the Carolina style. It's if you leave a Southeast Gasser event mad or hungry, you need to check your pulse.
Yeah, something wrong, because that's the thing. I bought this camper just so that I could do that. Very few won't stay, but that's part of it. I like getting here early. I try and get here on Thursday, so Friday morning I'll be here all day, because Friday is more laid back. Friday's test and tune. That's a chance for me to walk around, talk to some guys, get some information, get them to help me. Some may not make any passes, so they'll come up there and watch my car and help me with my car. That's right. And that's why I really enjoy being here on Friday night. Now Saturday, it's a little different. It's game time. You know, we're still friends, but hey, I want to beat you as bad as you want to beat me. So that's a lot to it. But yeah, it's a weekend. It's a weekend I look forward to. When I get home Sunday and I unload the car and everything, I'm already looking forward to the next race. You know, I can't get here soon enough.
Well, the cool thing about this whole interview is you hadn't taken that smile off your face. I can tell the passion that you have and what it's added to your life, and I'm just glad that you're part of the Southeast Gassers, man.
Well,
we appreciate you being here. You've added to our group, man. You're added to our family.
Like I said, I still can't believe I have this car. I still can't believe I have something that is here. I'll look at my wife, will look at me and she'll grin and say, what are you doing? I said, I can't believe I look at this car. I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm in the Southeastern Gassers. So there's nothing like it. Yeah, I love it.
Well, we appreciate it, and we hope to see some more win lights in your future.
I hope so too.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thank you, David.
We were interviewing David, and David Lancaster in the tower is interviewing Kevin Burt.
Catching up with Utica, Kentucky's Kevin Burt right here, in the driver of the second coming B-Gas car. Kevin, I know you've been with us a few years, but thanks for being on here and taking time to interview with us today.
It's great to be here, and it's great to be a part of all this.
Well, being a part of all this, you've been a blessing coming into this. You know, just the way you carry yourself and the way you do your work around these pits. I've seen you helping other guys. I've seen other guys helping you. But, man, you have put together here lately some very good elapsed times in this second coming.
Yeah. I mean, these people here are great. You know, Daniel and all them, the guys that are fast, they come to me, they talk to me, they show me a lot of respect. It's hard to do this deal. It's hard to be fast in this, you know, and I think the most important thing to me about all this is being the right kind of role model and setting the right kind of examples and pointing more people to Christ.
And the second coming, how did you come about the name of that for this car?
I had another car. It was a 55 Chevy altered wheelbase, and I built it, and I called it the Resurrected, or the Resurrection. And also, what comes after the resurrection? The second coming.
Coming to Christ.
I got a Chevy too, so it worked out perfect.
That's a cool play on names, and it stands for what you believe in as well, and what you try to live your life from. That is really cool. I was enamored when I saw the gold leaf along with the lime green and purple. I mean, the combination, I was like, wow, I didn't understand it, but I was like, but it pops. It really comes out at you.
Yeah, that's what my goal was, is to use this stuff. Like I did dirt track, and I always put some kind of phrase or something on the back. I had Jesus Freak on one car, and the lady said, I don't know if I like that. I said, well, I do. I like that. So I use this as a way to share with people and let people know where I'm coming from.
Well, they watch where you're going, because these elapsed times has got you. I mean, last night's testing tune, you put a number up there that, is going to put you right at the top of this heap in B-Gas, and that's a bold statement.
Yeah, we got a really good stuff. It's a home-built car. My guy, Bobby Milosky, that builds my motors, you know, he's top notch. I mean, he's as good as they get. I got him helping me, Tim Brannon, Jeff Jones. Gosh, you know, Jerry, the Birch brothers. When I first started coming here, I met them here. And they said, you need to do this, you got to do that. He said, first off, you got to get that front end way down, you know. So those guys, people like that help, and it helps get me coming back. But if you get that kind of input from the good guys, the guys that are fast, and you got the kind of guys I got helping me, if you're not fast, there's something wrong with you.
And you mentioned Jeff Jones. That's the Jeff Jones from One Way Technologies, the head manufacturer, right?
Yes. Jeff and Chris Grace and them, they've been awesome to me. The top end on this motor, everything on this top end came from them.
Well, like I said, aligning yourself, again, with quality individuals like that does a lot.
Oh, yeah, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. You got to have good people behind you. And all of these people are good Christian people. I mean, good people, as good as they come.
Yeah, we love to call it the family out here with the Southeast Gassers. And you mentioned the Birch brothers. Unfortunately, Jerry, you know, he's had a shoulder surgery this year, not been able to compete with us. But I hear he's on the mend. I talked to him this past week, and hopefully they'll be back out here pretty soon.
Yeah, gosh, you know, there's so many good people in this deal. It's hard to mention all of them. You know, we had a rainstorm that time at Knoxville. Kenneth comes running around to me and seeing that we just had this. My car was getting flooded. He said, fire that thing up. We got my car raised up on the rack. We're going to put yours in the trailer. You know, that's what it's all about. It's good people. They care about you and they care about your stuff. They don't tend to hide a lot of stuff. You know, we're all a little elusive on some things, but, you know, everybody works together and makes a really good show.
How much of your dirt track experience that you had with the UMP modifieds and the circle track stuff have you been able to incorporate here in going in a straight line?
Just paying attention to angles, making sure you got your contact pads and your instant centers and your stuff like that. Right. I mean, I'm definitely not a mathematician. I'm a ninth grade dropout, you know. So I just figured out. I see other people's stuff. I draw some strings out on my cars and stuff at home, and I did that in my dirt track, and I was pretty successful with all that.
Well, with the work ethic that you have, don't worry about the ninth grade dropout, because that's a lot further than a lot of people get, because you got that work ethic.
Yeah. I've been very blessed with people in my life that instilled that in me. It didn't come easy.
Well, Kevin, we're so glad to have you out here. We love it every time you can make a race out here with us with the Southeast Gassers. I know you and your grandsons do a yeoman's chore on this car to get it down the racetrack, and having elapsed times like what you saw last night and the potential going in here to race day has got to make you feel good.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm telling you, my two grandsons, Jackson and Gavin, they're just, I can hardly even say it without crying, you know. They just mean the most to me.
Well, you mean a lot to us too, Kevin. We thank you for what you stand for and the man that you are and the drag racer you are. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We need you in the staging lanes, please.
All right, we are first round of qualifying at the moment. C-Gas just finished up, waiting on B-Gas to get up here for their turn for first round qualifying. We've had some rain today, rain this morning, so those of you that didn't heard, this race, the next two races, Mooresville, and I cannot remember exactly, I think Knoxville's the one after that. Start time's being pushed back to 4 instead of 1, so to help with the heat. But we had some rain showers this morning. Rain's kind of been in the forecast, but it's been like 20%. Like I said, I had the showers this morning, but it's turned out pretty nice so far. Qualifying started, everything cleared out, track's dried, and we are going, getting her done. So, check back in a little bit. So here, qualifying is ended, and I am, during qualifying I shot video handheld with the camera, but I'm not that great at handheld shooting, and it's very shaky sometimes. So once qualifying ended, I had about 10-15 minutes to take the camera into the tower, break it down, put it on the gimbal, get it all set up, get the gimbal balanced and ready to go. And that's, as you see, that's what I'm doing now. It is a whole process. It gets very aggravating, but I'm trying to do some handheld to get some more engaging shots. So hopefully one day I can have a second camera. That way I can have one just handheld and one just on the gimbal. What's the name about it today?
Hot.
Not as hot as Union though.
No,
No, but
but it's still hot.
it's muggy. It ain't hot. It's just very, very muggy due to all that vent there. But qualifying's done. Qualifying's done. Had a little sprinkle come through during qualifying, but it wasn't much. Took about 20-30 minutes. They got it cleaned up, back on track. Just waiting on all super stock cars to get it back up to the lane so we can do the prayer, national anthem, and get it going.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, she says.
Let's race, baby!
Yeah, let's. Alright guys, let me turn this way so you can see me better. I think we are, once again, just like the kill care race, we are in first round of eliminations in H-gas, and rain came again. We've been battling rain all day. It's been very light, nothing major, but just enough. It's about the third time it's just enough to stop the racing where they have to try the track. But like I said, nothing major, no huge downpours, nothing like that. So I mean, it's something we can work with for sure. But here we are. Got track crews out here right now, cleaning. Got this guy right here with the blower. Got another guy back there with a leaf blower. Track owner is on the tractor. I got another one way back there at the boards with another big blower. So this track crew's doing a lot. They're trying their best to get it dry, but hopefully this will be the last of it. From the looks of everything, you know, the sky around us, there's still a decent amount of clouds, but this time now, after this rain, there's nothing that looks like there should be any more rain coming, so that's a good thing. This race, we got a low car count, lower than normal, about 50 cars, 51, 52. I'm pretty sure is what they said. We got no major issues with the cars this race. Only one is Ernie. The only one that I know of right now is Ernie Smith in the Saturday night special. In qualifying, first round of qualifying, he broke his rear end. But let me get away from this blower. But he broke a rear end. But the best thing about the Southeast Gassers is everybody's like family. A lot of other drivers pitched in, gave him their spare parts so he could continue to make some passes. One of them that gave him spare parts was Diana Casto in the quick draw Ford Falcon, and they have been doing a lot of work, a lot of improvements, making good ground, you know, this year compared to last year, working hard, and trying to do the best I can, get up there in the points, but they are they're one spot behind Ernie in the points, from what Ernie told me, and they even stepped up and gave him some spare parts. So that should show you anything. Even though they're fighting for points, they still helping out their competitors. Love seeing that. Love being a part of a group where everybody's willing to help out, even if it is their direct competitor, even if they are next to each other in the point standings, they still come out and help. But yeah, should be. Hopefully this will be the last rain. It's currently 8:15 in the evening, or at night, whatever you want to call it. I'll call it evening because it ain't dark yet. So it's gonna be a late night. It's gonna be close. I don't know. They were hoping to be done by 10, even though we pushed the start time back to 4, but probably gonna be a little bit later than that now in the rain. Like I said, it's been nothing major, nothing to push it back to 2 or 3 in the morning, but I don't know, maybe back to midnight we finished it up. So all right guys, it is 10:30 at night and we still have not gotten the run, still not gotten the track dry. The racing surface is supposed to be dry, but topping the track, the shutdown area before they turn off is an issue. Still trying to get it dry, so this is how we're getting it dry. Got on the intercom, the track intercom, called everybody out here with golf carts that wanted to help, and have everybody making laps out here to try and warm up the track, help dry it, get some water off. There was a lot more a minute ago, but yep, this is what we're doing. Got a couple cars coming down here. Just doing whatever we can do to help get it dry. So that way whenever the drivers shut down and hit the brakes, they're not going sliding, and keep them safe. That is, may look crazy, but if it works, it works. Keeps the driver safe, and that is obviously the most important thing. So thought I'd come down here and take a little video and show you guys how we are drying the track. That is sketchy right there.
Give credit to those drivers, they kept them all the wall.
Was that?
I'll be waiting on a real lap.
All right.
That was a good.
I'm trying to make sure that's in my purse.
Thank you.